Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we actually have some crazy news to go and cover over here, where we're now seeing a lot of leaks and rumors coming out for the Xbox Game Pass, which actually might now be changing completely. Now, this actually might be a good or bad thing depending on how you guys look at it. So these past few days, past few weeks, we've had a lot of upcoming news coming from Xbox, potentially offering in-game advertisements, such as, like, let's say you're playing Fortnite, you might see a huge Coca-Cola, maybe like a board or something like that, I don't know. It's on the road, maybe on a storefront, maybe on a billboard, whatever it might be. And obviously, I am not a big fan of ads in games, but this is actually maybe offering a now cheaper alternative, which sounds a little bit better, although probably not still for me. But I want to talk about this in case you guys want to potentially save money, and as well discussing the fact that we're now seeing big changes in terms of monetization factors such as Netflix, where they may actually offer cheaper, middle-of-the-road offerings that also include ads. So we're going to talk about this leak and everything all in between. We have a few other quick things to cover up here too as well. And number one is I want to go and highlight a really cool website who's had a chance to send me a few different things. We actually went and used this on my own Twitch stream and did a kind of little fun little nifty stream over here. It's called X-Ray Art, which is basically like a really cool website we actually covered up on our channel before, where they go and they highlight and they showcase up really cool, basically taking apart art from all various things such as like Game Boys, iPhones, etc. And they basically have a really nice kind of modern look when it comes to basically showing off old school gaming stuff. Now, I think these are cool. I love the artwork for it, and it kind of makes me feel still like a nice proper gamer, but also a little bit more of a mature gamer, as I'm not like, only 16 anymore. But it's really cool. They have a few different ways where they have like iPhones and other various types of art on it itself. This is not technically an ad, but they did go and send it to me. I just want to give them a little bit of love. So I'll just link down below in case you guys like the style, you guys like the vibe. And there's also, I think, a 15% off sale going on right now in case you guys want to do this and free shipping. So maybe you know someone who might like it for the holidays. But I just want to do a quick little, not necessarily ad, but they're cool. They've always been very nice and given a little extra love to you as well. I'll have that linked down below. Also, thank you so much for even providing me a really cool, fun Twitch stream I did a few months ago. I want to do a little extra love for them right before the holidays. But as I mentioned, when it comes to all this type of news over here, we're seeing these ads and this ad talk, and I am not the biggest fan. But if they kind of want to offer a cheaper alternative and try to get more and more people in here at a very cheaper pace, maybe it might be good at the end of the day for gaming. So as you guys know, normal Game Pass has a lot of various sales. So you can normally right now get your first month for basically free. It's $1 for the Xbox Game Pass and have a chance to check out new games and check out, the cloud and all of that. But now we've been seeing even more rumors too with all these expirations. So we've been seeing a few articles now floating on and people talking about it, where we've now seen a post over here from Reset Era suggesting that Microsoft may be exploring an ad-supported tier for Xbox Game Pass, which also then would be granting Xbox Live Gold. Now, as you guys know, Xbox Live Gold has kind of been somewhat being phased out. Now, that's one of the things that kind of stink because I kind of grew up on Xbox Gold, basically the old Xbox Live, so kind of getting rid of that makes me sad. But right now, they kind of want people on Game Pass, and they realize Game Pass is a technically better deal. So what the overall, kind of get to this kind of quickly, is that they want to have a brand new, cheaper tier that includes all of these types of things. So these cheaper tiers would include all of Xbox's exclusive library of games, including major first-party titles 6 months after launch. Those games, however, would also have ads upon launch to help fund the tier. So it is a little bit intriguing on this leak where only 6 months after launch, it's kind of a long time. So think like, say, Halo Infinite, although that was technically a free-to-play game. Like, you could always say maybe Forza might be a better example. At that point, like, people are still playing it. It's still a good game, and I myself would want to play it, but it kind of is not, well, the best. It's a little bit outdated at that point. So as well, they also would be including ads. Now, I think the real kind of quick question for this is, would you guys want this? Like, in theory, like, the rumor is $3 for the tier. I myself would maybe consider it. I'm not really a big fan of ads in my games, though. I'll just keep it real. So I think I'd probably just pay the extra money, and I'd be done deal. I do like the idea, though, of options. If I'm not forced to have to deal with these ads, or I could pay a little extra money, I don't mind. Like, say for like a YouTube Red, I don't mind. Like ads or whatever, I'll go through ads on my phone. I don't care. It's fine. It kind of supports the content creators. But for me, if I can, I'm going to go get a Twitch Turbo or YouTube Red. I'd rather pay the extra $8, why not? Same with Netflix. I'd rather pay a little extra money instead of having these ad tiers. But also Microsoft did recently go and patent this, and we did go discuss this patent on our separate video over here, where they basically are having a method to go and allow users to showcase up ads and have to, I guess, exist with them as time's going on. Now, once again, this is kind of weird because I think most gamers are pretty anti-ad. I am in the same boat. I do not like ads. If I'm paying money for a product, I do not want ads. And I think the initial thoughts for me was on a normal, let's say Fortnite, Apex, or $70 game, or even like a Halo Infinite. I was not wanting to see ads if I'm paying money for Game Pass or paying money for the game itself. Now, I did go and mention that same video, free-to-play stuff. Okay, I'm cool with that, I guess, if it's not like too bad, whatever, you gotta support the devs somehow, or if they're not doing microtransactions for whatever reason, or if they're light, whatever it might be. But part two is that if it's also an alternative and it's not forced, so like let's say, as I keep mentioning, this leak is more so based on $3. So as you guys can see this leak picture over here, you guys can see basically every month for the subscription for the video games at Euro, $3. Now the Euro is probably a good comparison for USD, so we'd probably assume this was a $3 USD too as well. It's probably the best thing to kind of be on the lookout for. So this was all kind of buried, as we mentioned, for the Reset Era thread that shows a recent survey that was sent out to some Xbox users asking about how they'd feel about an additional tier of Xbox Game Pass. If real, the purported tier would cost $3 per month and provide access to a variety of Xbox Game Pass content with some fairly generous limitations. It would include an EA Access-like vault of first-party games with a similar 6-month delay on new Xbox games from hitting the service, and those who access those download-only Xbox games via this tier would be asked to view an ad before the game starts rolling. Now, once again, I'm on the middle. If it's like one ad before I play, and it doesn't matter if I'm playing 4, 5, 6 hours, that's not really the world's worst deal. Now, when it comes to that, if it would be like an ad every hour, more in-game ads, or maybe a combination of the two where you have to literally run an ad to launch the game, and then literally go and have ads also kind of bombarding you during the game itself, or depending on how loud it is, how intrusive it is, etc., I may not want this at the end of the day. But at the same time, having a $3 deal is not the world's worst. Mainly because that'd probably be really nice for just, more impoverished folks. Maybe right now with the economy being a little bit more on the iffier side, also maybe really nice for folks out there who maybe lose their job or in between jobs. And I'm never going to stop someone spending for $3. Like $3 isn't really that much to have something to do as you're looking for jobs, you're unemployed or whatever it might be. That's a big thing to note. And as well, I mean, like if it's really only one ad on launch, it's not really that bad. So according to the table too as well, it still does have these online multiplayer access, which is currently $10. So it would also let people, maybe even younger kids might be a good example, because I know when I was a kid, it was hard to go pay that money every month. But if I was like in high school or college, I'd be down to pay that $3 and wait for those ads, because I just know it's a better deal. But as well, we also have just a better alternative. So basically, games with gold now generally only include 2 Xbox indie titles too. We've been having criticism, we even made a call out ourselves, and it's just kind of weird to see. So the supposed ad-supported tier would aggressively undercut the monthly tier of Xbox Live Gold, and then a lot of folks are just thinking, are we just going to get rid of the Xbox Live Gold and just more focused on Game Pass and these cheaper versions of Game Pass? And as well, would the ad revenue even make up the shortfall for it? Now, I don't think ad revenue is going to 100% go make it up for it, obviously. Depends on how many ads and probably how avid of gamers people are. But at the same time, it would also probably bump up the Xbox Game Pass membership quite a bit. And I'm sure investors and Microsoft head honchos would kind of maybe like that too as well. So very intriguing to go and see this because it could potentially save a lot of money. So while the economics are up to kind of debate, it does seem as though Microsoft is exploring the ad-supported tier of Xbox Game Pass, at least in some format, because as we've mentioned, there's been patents, there's now surveys, we have price leaks, and everything in between. Now, once again, though, I keep saying, the real question is, would people want this? I myself, maybe if I was in a pickle, or especially if I was in high school, yes, I think I would. But the bigger thing is, would I want this as a normal now adult? And I might want to say no, because I'm not really the biggest fan of ads themselves. So people are saying, could this really happen to? And I would say yes. I think this is somewhat makes sense. A lot of these people, especially if Netflix makes this a standard for cheaper options with less offerings, but still not bad offerings with ads, I think a lot of folks will take it just to save money, but also still maintain what they're kind of used to in their day-to-day life. And as well, I think it's just all around kind of nice because at least it gives options. Now, I'm not sure if I'm for or against it myself. We kind of went through some of the Reddit threads discussing this, and a lot of folks are like, definitely not something I would want. I'm in the same boat, saying not for me, but $3 a month is a pretty good deal for some people. Same thought too as well. Having an ad watch an ad every single time you want to launch a game sounds awful. They're going to start launching ads during load times too. Is it the NBA that already does that? And this is where it can kind of lead to issues because you have to do it tastefully at the end of the day. So kind of crazy news as well to kind of go talk about. And as well, if you guys want to check out the X-Ray art down below, let's check out the link. Thank you once again for them sending me stuff I'm up. We have the Twitter and Twitch stream down below. We have the Amazon links down below, Target links down below, and all the usual solid links too. And make sure you guys are subscribed for those giveaways so I can hook you guys on up for the holidays. Appreciate you guys all so much for watching. I'll see you guys up on the next one.